What's up, everybody? It's your boy Manny, back with another video. Today we got a email from a loyal supporter, loyal subscriber. He's wanting to know how to lose weight. So let's get into it. He says, I'm 5'8", male, and I currently weigh around 182 pounds, and I really want to lose some weight. My goal is at least 10 pounds to start because I've been at the same weight for about 3 years. And I just want to know that I can change my lifestyle and be healthier in the long run. I know that diet is the absolute key to losing weight, but I regularly find myself uncertain about what types of foods to avoid. Do I eat a low-fat diet, low-carb diet, or a mixture? And how do sugars fit into this? Also, what kind of exercise is the best for weight loss? Is it HIIT or other forms of cardio? Thanks for the advice. So let's get straight into it. I've never been, super overweight. It sounds like this guy, he's not crazy overweight. But I've lost weight and been in crazy shape, six-pack, no six-pack, and re-got it multiple times over. So some of you guys are going to be like, oh, Manny, you don't understand. You've never had the struggle, blah, blah, blah. Shut up. All right. So look, first thing, like when the heaviest I've ever been is about 250 solid. I was hitting a lot of weights, eating a lot of food. And what I learned in this time was, number one, the diet is a key. And so there's something that happens. Okay, for example, let's look at someone like Adrian Broner, the boxer, right? He's boxing. He kind of semi-retires and he becomes like pretty fat, pretty fast. A lot of people are like, how does that happen? Why does that happen to fighters? Because when you're a fighter, you're burning thousands of calories a day. Let's say maybe 4,000 calories a day, maybe in some cases more. You're running, you're hitting the bag, you're sparring, so you almost can't eat enough to keep the weight on, so the diet really is a key. But here's the thing, right? Your motivation has to be on point as well. So me at 250 pounds, solid, you know what I'm saying? Me at 250 pounds, I feel my very best at about 220 to 215 pounds. That's my fight weight, 215 pounds. That's when I feel solid. I feel like I'm doing everything correctly to maintain that weight. The biggest things that change is your psychological. So if you're at 182 pounds at 5'8", maybe you have a lot of body fat on you. Maybe you're not going to really want to take off your shirt when you go out to the pool. You ever see guys in the pool with their shirt on? That's a lack of confidence. Your confidence is going to change drastically when you lose this weight. And life is really a big part of life, and having a big edge on life is having that confidence. So, you at 182 pounds, maybe you want to go talk to a girl or something like that, and you're just like, oh, no, I don't really have it. I can't do it because I'm not in shape. You at, 170 pounds or 165 pounds, completely different. You're going to be like, yeah, you're like, I feel good about myself. So losing the weight is really more of a psychological thing, right? The food is a psychological thing. You said you've been at this weight for about 3 years, right? So what happened 3 years ago, right, to get you to that weight? And we humans were creatures of habit. So I'll tell you for myself, when I gained the 250 pounds, I never gained 250 pounds. When I got up to 250 pounds, number one, I wanted to get stronger. Number two, I had a knee injury, so I couldn't really run the same way that I used to run 10 miles, regularly. I used to run every other day, do marathons, stuff like that. And now I'm going back to that because I'm good now, I'm healthy now. But for that period of time, the injury is kind of what helped made me gain the weight. So what happened for you 3 years ago that made you gain this weight, and now you're stuck in this loop, and you're stuck in this cycle that's keeping you at this weight, and you're not your ideal self? That's something that you need to figure out, because once you figure out what that is, it's going to be a lot easier to attack the thing. It's all about lifestyle. So you look at a fighter's lifestyle, right? A fighter, you're in the gym, you're waking up, hitting the bag, you're going for a run. Your diet has to be on point, because if you're not eating correctly and you go to spar, you're not going to feel good. You don't ever want to get tired in a fight. So a fighter is super easy to get that six pack. It's super easy to be in really good shape, because your lifestyle dictates that. A marathon runner, ultra runner, lifestyle, you're going to have to be in shape. If your lifestyle is you go to your 9 to 5, you're sitting down 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. You go home, you drink some beers, go to bed, redo that cycle over and over. It's going to be hard for you to lose the weight. Us as humans, we're creatures of habit. So, and we're creatures that are supposed to move a lot. We're supposed to walk a lot. We're supposed to run. We're a endurance animal, So if your lifestyle if there's no struggle in your life physically, you're going to have a lot of stress mentally, and that's also going to make you keep that weight. And then that coupled with, you're eating donuts, you're at the office, whatever, you're eating donuts, you're eating nonsense at the office. It's going to be hard to lose the weight. So it's all about changing the lifestyle. For an average person, I think a great lifestyle is you eat twice a day, you fast once a week, you walk every day 3 to 4 miles, and then you do 1 hour of a hard workout. And that hard workout, I like to mix. Not everybody wants to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. Everybody looks at Arnold Schwarzenegger or Ronnie Coleman, these guys who are bodybuilders, and they're like, I want to look like that. I want to be jacked. If you're trying to be jacked and be in great shape, I don't think lifting weights for everybody. I think running, doing a lot of calisthenics with a mixture of weights is probably better for most people. But for most people, if you want to have that six-pack look, or you want to lose 10 to 15 pounds, really you're going to have to fast once a week. You have to cut down the diet. A lot of these foods that we're eating nowadays are made to put the weight on. So me, I like sweets. I like ice cream. I like cookies. I like yogurt, like you name it. I like the sweets. So I used to eat like a thing of Oreos every day, like a big thing of Oreos, right? With milk. That'd be like my cereal. I'd take a thing of Oreos, boom, milk, boom, spoon, boom, eat that. That was like, in that one thing, that was like 1,000 calories. Wasn't an issue though, because I could just burn it all off by going and training jiu-jitsu for 2 hours, and also I was like 21 or 19, you know what I'm saying? As you get older, you have to be more strict with your thing. So the sugar is a huge factor. Nowadays, I like to eat honey or maple syrup, and I found that really, really helps. So also, if you're going to like places like Walmart and you're getting your food, switch it up and go to somewhere like Trader Joe's. If you like ice cream, instead of eating ice cream, eat Greek yogurt. You know what I'm saying? If you're eating 2,000 calories in a day, cut it down to 1,800 calories over